And we will just quickly buy his one item. Now, here's one of the reasons why a Couple of Water breaks catastrophe mode. You can sell it for 4,500 gold and buy a lot of more expensive stuff right away. Oh, might help if I actually equip my armor. I think we also start off with our own shield. But I will showcase how to break the game in other ways using it later. I'm going to try and keep below the maximum number I can carry. And only sell what I need to for the first little while. But I want to hold on to one and not sell it, because it lets you get a pretty good accessory early on as well. Fortunately, we can just carve our way through these enemies. As for how I got the game to look like extra HD, it's one of the config settings on the PC version. There we go. There's level up to level 4. And that's actually good, because I want to get to the grinding spot at level 4. But first I want to get this chest. Kill these guys for a little extra experience. One thing I love about this game, grinding is not a chore. Combat is just so satisfying. Especially just hack your way through enemies taking down 1 or 2 hits, so... Well, more Couple of Water. So, if necessary, I might sell that one. Just to save on some money grinding. However, experience grinding, I'll try to keep that to a minimum on camera, but I will be doing most of it off camera between recordings. And I don't know how long each one's going to be. As per my usual recording method, I just go for as long as I feel like it. Now these guys will get us to level 5 and level 6 fairly quickly. They take a few hits though. Not too difficult. Hit him with a down thrust, keep him sunlocked. That one dropped something, probably just a healing item. Ah. Okay, we got looks like 3 pieces of ammo. That's the name of that jewel, by the way, ammo. We'll get explanation on that a bit later. Yeah, these guys kind of infinitely spawn in this area. They're worth about 120 experience at level 4 and 5. Very slow. You have to be pretty bad to take a hit, so 582 will probably get a level up coming back through here. Got these guys. Super nuisance. I mean, look at this. I'm taking on 3 or 4 enemies at once, just slicing through them. They're getting lucky hits every so often, though. Fortunately, I'm a high enough level, and with my armor, they're not an issue to worry about. I was going to say nothing to worry about, but kind of my words don't want to work right now. Yeah, these guys just keep coming in. You can't hurt the birds to carry them in. I tried. I don't know if the sword just doesn't hurt or there's another reason. So let's go ahead and get to level 6, level 5 before moving on. If this set doesn't do it, another set will. Now level 4 is the minimum we want to get to the first boss. I just kind of do a little bit of extra to save time a little bit later. Nice crit. There we go. Level 5. And nice to pick up more ammo. Okay, 1268. See, grinding level 6 might work in there. Well, it'll take a couple minutes, but it never gets old. Anyway, we caught up to the Ord.
I see you're back on your feet. You recovered much more swiftly than I expected. Though you're still nothing much more than a powerless Eresian.
You must have undergone some manner of training. And I'll thank the chief for allowing him to rest at the village.
As I said once before, you have no reason to thank me. Olha'i was the one who found and treated you. While others may have assisted, I kept my distance. As far as I'm concerned, you are an unwanted guest who should leave the moment you're able. Unfortunately, with the bridge in its current state,
clearly down.
That island you see is called Canaan Island. It is roughly twice the size of this one, and on its eastern shore is a stone town built by Eresians. You will be able to meet more of your tailless brethren there, but for now, you remain stranded here. As you can see, the bridge is currently impossible to cross. This did not occur naturally. The rope shows clear signs of being burned. What's more, during the confusion caused by the bridge's collapse, something very important to us vanished from the village. This was nearly a month ago. Naturally, we Reda have no reason to do such a thing. which leaves only the Eresians as potential culprits. I doubt that you have any connection to this, considering that you were washed up ashore a mere 3 days ago. But surely even you can understand and why your presence in the village makes the villagers wary, can you not? Adol asked the chief to not call him Shirley.
Oh, you must be Adol. I've heard much about you from the chief. My name is Kubal. I'm a warrior and hunter. Washing up the way you did must have been a terrible ordeal, and while it pains me to say this, you have my sympathy. The unfortunate truth for you is that those who end up here are stranded on the Canaan Islands forever. I know it's not an ideal, but it's best you face it now and begin adjusting to your new life here. Do take some comfort in the fact you're not alone. You should meet some of the many others in the same predicament. Though even that may prove troubling. There's some issues between our races which result in bad blood, you see.
Well, I got news for you, lady. I just got off a desert island. This takes place after Ys 8. And that's basically the entire plot. So Adol's used to this.
Alright, let's go ahead and just kill these enemies. Fortunately, it will not take as many hits, but I can actually hit them. Hey, stop dodging. Thank you. Yeah, if you can get a down thrust, that'll take out a good chunk there. There's people. Oh, I thought that was a recovery item. Yep, can't hurt the bird.
Sneak up on me, will you?
Oh.
Outrun my sword, will you?
I'm trying to hit the stone boar thing. Unfortunately, no, the bird gets in the way. How we doing? Got a quarter of the way there. I'll clear out this room here, and we'll get to level 6 on the way back, because we have to head back to the village after checking out another spot. But we did get all the treasure that's available in this initial area. One of the main reasons I want to get to level 6 is not only just for the boss. The boss is easy, but you'll pretty much easily hit level 7 after the boss. So it's basically a free level up when the enemies here aren't as good. And of course prepares us for little grinding has to be done. For the second boss, I didn't mention this, I am following the walkthrough from the backdated future on GameFAQs. Recommends level 8 for the second boss, only level 4 for the first one, so I'm just kind of going for the middle. Anyway, we know about the bridge. Let's see what's over here. Let's hit those guys with a down thrust, finish them off. Yeah, it's a very small area here. One more set of enemies between here and our destination. No more treasure, though. Of course, the other nice thing about catastrophe mode is not needing to grind up money to buy healing items. But there is another feature that will come into play later. Because there are some items that are not available on normal mode that are available in catastrophe mode that actually help make things a bit easier. And we'll see those down the line. Ah, yes, getting one of those pure status herbs when we don't need it. Alright, so no enemies here. We found the Fountain of Prayer. And I don't know how she got ahead of us, probably while we were checking out the collapsed bridge. You're not Isha. There you are, Adol. I hadn't expected you would wander this far into the forest, and I wanted to make sure. I didn't see you in the village, so I thought you might be lost. It looks like I did all that worrying for nothing. This area is called the Fountain of Prayer. It's a holy place to us, Reda. Legends state that the water here is imbued with the breath of Alma, so we use it for both rituals and healing. I use it to purify your wounds as well. By the way, did you happen to see Isha on your way here? No, I was looking for her myself, actually. I couldn't find her anywhere in the village, either. Adol explained that Isha ran away from him near the entrance to the village. She did? I hope you'll forgive her. She really is a sweet girl, but she's twice as shy. Even I must admit she's been behaving stranger than usual, though. I wonder if she's keeping something from me. Oh, look at me going on and on. I shouldn't be boring you with this. I'd like to take a look at a few more places she might have gone before returning home. Try and take it easy, alright? Your wounds have only just healed, so I don't want you to overexert yourself. And that takes care of our business here. We want to head back to the village. Like I said, gotta go ahead and get to level 6 before doing so. I might actually get it without needing to go back to the bridge area. I got like 600 experience between the two screens. Between there and the fountain. I don't think so. Yeah, jump and attack on this is much more useful than it is in 5. Actually, magic's actually useful in this one too. We'll see it get unlocked later. You may notice on the equipment screen there are only a few slots for swords, and the tutorial already spoiled it as well. How are we doing? At 129. I should get it without needing to. Without needing to revisit the other screen. In fact, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go back there. I'll get it at one point or another. Take a moment to get sidetracked and kill a squirrel, though. Oh, I thought I dropped something. Gotta get the timing down on that down thrust. Alright, no more enemies, but we'll get our level up on the way back. The question is Isha gone back to the village? Well, the only way to find out is to check it out. My daddy's really nice, and he's real strong, too. As strong as all the warriors in the village. He even beat up one of those really scary wandering clammy trees. Clammy trees? What is this, danger on Tiki Island? Oh, it's incredible. She can play the flute really well. She's mastered the bow and arrow. And to top it all off, despite her age, she's perfectly fulfilling her duties as a priestess. I'm going to need to work a lot harder if I want to be like her. Well, they're no longer chewing us out, so they all have nothing to say. The monsters we call wandering calamities appear on this island once every several decades. I can't remember this guy's voice. From where, we do not know, but every time one appears, many Rehdans warriors give their lives to defeat it. Training to defeat it is the primary focus of the warriors of this village. I hear that Eresian built their settlement out of stone. The thought fascinates me, but I find myself less impressed by the idea that the stone came from historic ruins. If not for that, I would look on them much more fondly. Kevin, have you seen Isha? If I'm not mistaken, your name is Adol, yes? I'd recommend going to Canaan Island once the bridge has been repaired. There's a town there built by people just like us, and they've managed to make fairly respectable lives for themselves. You should feel right at home if you're from Europe. It's actually a translation, it should be Europa. Mommy says she used to cook with Daddy a long time ago, but I've never met him before. Oh, her dad died, I'm sorry. I just realized that. Oh, has grown up to become a fine young lady. I wasn't sure what to think when she took on her role as a priestess, but looking at her now, she reminds me so much of her mother. I might be too young to help Mom and Dad with their work, but I can still do my part in other ways. I just wish Ryuk wasn't so much of a handful. All he wants to do is go out and play. Oh. Oh, think I didn't see you there. I just finished helping her collect a bunch of seashells. Can I take a break now? That's right, we did find you two at the beach. Honestly, there's no way you can call this a hobby. All he does is get drunk and fish around for junk. And would you take a look around? The house is full of it. Can't wait for him to get over this little hobby of his. Those islands are right smack dab in the middle of the Great Vortex. So you get all kinds of weird stuff washing up here. Sometimes you even get people washing up along here, the way you did. Anyway, some of what I find is junk, but we get some real cool stuff once in a while here too. I made a little hobby about collecting them all. And are you going to share any of it down the line? That's the main question with these types of games. The Eresians don't sew patterns in their clothes to ward off evil the way we do, right? How do you get the spirit's protection then? Oh, it's always kind and cheerful to everyone. You can't help but look up to her. But sometimes she acts like something's got her down, like she's lost in thought. It's not just me, right? Are those two twins? I just realized that. All of the Rehdans in this village live in accordance to the rules and teachings of Alma. When the time comes, each and every one of our children will have their role to fulfill here. We live an orderly, peaceful life, unlike you degenerates. Hey, you. You sure seem to be spending a lot of time with Olha'i these days. I have been here for less than 2 hours since I woke up. She's our priestess, which means she's got a lot of very important roles to fulfill for the village, none of which include you. Don't you be getting in her way, you hear me? Now the question is Olha'i back in her room? Oh, Chief Ward is. Back in his room?
Canaan Island, where the Eresians live, is abundant with ancient ruins. It is said that our ancestors built them to worship Alma, yet the Eresians destroy them little by little, using the very same stone to build their own towns. How truly disgraceful.
Yeah, Olha's not back in the prayer room. Nor is she back in her room. Well, Isha must still be outside the village. We will just have to keep looking. Oh, no cutscene this time.